right, Jay, let me ask you something. Did you ever think the IRS would give people a break on overtime?
No. Honestly, I figured the only time the IRS gave you a break was when they were on lunch.
Usually that's it. Well, that just changed. Today, we're diving into how the One Big Beautiful Bill Act gives some surprising tax breaks to the hardest working folks out there. Overtime earners, tipped workers, and even newborns.
Oh, they're hard workers. Yeah. Yep, babies. Now get investment accounts. But let's not jump ahead. Let's have a look at what we call the tipped, taxed, and tired part of this bill. All right, Morgan, break it down for me. What's the deal with the overtime deduction?
Starting in 2025 and running through 2028, workers can actually deduct the income they earn from overtime off their federal taxable income.
Wait, so let's say someone picks up a bunch of extra shifts to pay down debt. The extra pay isn't taxed federally?
Exactly, but there are some limitations.
Okay.
$12,500 max deduction for individuals, $25,000 for married couples. But if you're working extra hours, it could mean a noticeably lower tax bill.
Well, Morgan, is there a catch?
There's always a catch. All right. It starts phasing out at $150,000 for individuals, $300,000 income for couples. Fully goes away at $275,000 and $550,000 respectively. So it's really targeted for those middle income earners.
Honestly, that's not bad. For people putting in the hours, this could mean a real money back scenario.
Oh, absolutely. Let me flip it. Jay, what about folks who live off tips? I feel like they get hammered at tax time.
Good news for them too. Starting in 2025, workers in tip-based jobs, bartenders, servers, hotel staff can deduct up to $25,000 in tip income from their federal taxable income.
Wow. And that's above the line, right? So it lowers their adjusted income?
Yep. Full deduction before any itemized or standard deductions come into play.
Same phase-out thresholds?
Same deal. Starts phasing out at $150,000 single, $300,000 joint, gone by $275,000 and $550,000 respectively.
This one's big because for years, people who actually reported their tips got punished for being honest.
And now they finally get a break. Let's hope they actually take advantage of it.
All right, now we have to talk about the next part. Jay, tell me, you've got to be making this up. Trump accounts?
It's real. Starting in 2026, every child born in the U.S. gets a $1,000 federal deposit into a brand new savings account.
Okay, so what's the point? Is this like a baby Roth IRA?
Kinda. It's like a long-term savings and investment account. Parents can contribute up to $5,000 a year, employers up to $2,500 a year. The funds are invested in a diversified U.S. stock fund index.
Are there any strings attached? There's got to be.
Oh yeah. No withdrawals until age 18. From 18 to 25, they can take out up to 50%, mostly for things like education or first-time home buying. After age 31, the balance gets taxed if it's still sitting there.
And what happens if Junior tries to cash it out and go buy a jet ski?
Well, unless it's for qualified expenses, it's going to be ordinary income tax plus a 10% penalty. So maybe wait on the jet ski? I don't know.
Yeah, probably a good idea. So what does all of this mean? All right, Jay, overtime, tips, newborn savings. What are the takeaways here?
If you're working extra hours or relying on tips, these deductions could put serious money back in your paycheck, but only if you plan and document properly.
And if you got a kid on the way in 2026, that's a $1,000 head start. It might not pay for college, but it might help buy their first share of Apple stock.
I like that. Bottom line, whether you're grinding it out in the service industry or changing diapers, the IRS just gave you some new tools. Now you've got to use them.
In our next and final episode, we're tackling the big stuff: business owner deduction, startup investor perks, estate planning, and real estate breaks.
If you've ever Googled what is QSBS or said, I should really get a trust, that one's for you.
Be sure to subscribe, drop questions in the comments, and forward this to your favorite bartender or nurse, someone who's out there earning money every day.